Justin Fields has a golden opportunity with the Steelers. Attention, Steelers fans. Quarterback Justin Fields might have this big opportunity this season. Although Russell Wilson is the undisputed starter heading into training camp, Fields is ready to seize any break Wilson takes during the season. According to Ray Fittipaldo of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, the Steelers often give their veteran players, including their main quarterback, days off. This opens a window of opportunity for Fields to showcase his talent during those days. They want to know everything they can about Justin Fields from July 24th until opening day. We didn't see much of this in the OTAs because Russell wanted to be present every day. But the Steelers typically rest veterans every third or fourth day, and those days will be crucial for Fields to show what he can do. Fittipaldo said on 93.7 The Fan. Fields has a 10-28 record as a starter in the NFL, but his potential is undeniable. The Steelers hope he can become their starting quarterback in 2024, with the possibility of continuing into 2025 and beyond. Some theorize that Pittsburgh could offer him a contract similar to Jordan Love's, giving him the chance to prove his worth before securing a major deal. However, not all experts agree. Fittipaldo believes Fields must make the most of Wilson's off days to impress the coaching staff and management. We won't see Fields with the starters in many preseason games unless there's an injury, but I think we'll see him about 5 or 6 times during training camp. And on those days, he needs to prove he can be part of the team's future, Fittipaldo added. Both Fields and Wilson have one-year contracts, and the Steelers are not entirely convinced either is their long-term quarterback. They might look to the next NFL draft or initiate another competition between Fields and a rookie. There you have it, Steelers fans. Justin Fields has a golden opportunity this season to prove his worth. Do you think he can take advantage of Russell Wilson's off days and secure his place as the team's future quarterback? Let us know your opinions in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. See you in the next video. We're always here with the latest Steelers news.
Mike Hoskins, coordinating producer, do me a favor, pop up the Steelers schedule. Not that I want to check Warren's work, but I haven't focused too much on the Steelers schedule. He said that week 11 on is one of the most difficult schedules he's seen. So,
oh, yeah, without question.
Okay, so
Yep.
week 11,
home for
they have 4 division games in a row. They've got they're home for Baltimore, both games against the Browns, then sandwiched around a visit to Cincinnati. And the game at the Browns is the Thursday after hosting Baltimore. And then they're at Philadelphia after that gauntlet of what might be the most difficult division, right, in football. You got to play them at some point, but 4 in a row right there. And then they're at Philadelphia week 15, at Baltimore again. So they play both games against Baltimore and Cleveland on the back end. They play Cincinnati. Oh my gosh, from week 11 on is their entire division schedule.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because they finish against Cincinnati. All right, I'll just read it out for those listening. Home against Baltimore week 11, at Cleveland week 12, at Cincinnati week 13, home for Cleveland week 14. Then they're at Philadelphia. Then comes the wild sequence because they're one of the Christmas Day games on Netflix. That means they've got to play Saturday after the week 15 Sunday. They're at Baltimore week 16, and then they turn around for their Christmas game home against Kansas City, and then have that mini bye after Christmas before hosting Cincinnati at the end. Their entire division schedule of arguably one of the most difficult divisions in football, they're all week 11 beyond.
Black and gold. Here we go.
Yeah, well, they're going to need to go 8-0 before the bye.
So here you've got at Atlanta. So they start 3 out of 4 on the road. Their only home game is week 3 in the first month of the season at home against Los Angeles Chargers. They're home for Dallas on a Sunday night after that first 3 of 4 on the road. Then they're at Vegas, home for the Jets and Giants, which you might think could be the softest part of their schedule. Those are all primetime games. the Dallas Jets-Giants games. 2 Sundays and then the Monday against the Giants before a bye at Washington and then that gauntlet. He's not wrong. That's a tough spot. I just went full Chris Russo there. Tough spot, right there.
I mean, I know it's July, but every year there's new playoff teams. Steelers made it last year.
No, stop.
They're not making it.
Listen, I've told you once, I'll tell you again, and at some point I'll do a top 5 on the top five storylines of the NFL season coming up. One of them will definitely be, I just don't know where it's going to be, is Russell Wilson's last chance. It's his last chance.
It's near the top.
It's Russell Wilson with his Hall of Fame career being built in Seattle and then coming to a full stop with his last year in Seattle and 2 in Denver. Full stop. Screeching halt. His steamroll towards Canton. Screeching halt. And the Steelers offering him not just an opportunity, but essentially the starting gig with no competition. Giving him the starting gig is one of the more surprising aspects of this offseason, because nobody saw that coming when he got basically, if you will, Keyshawned for the final few weeks of the season and then cut, serving as the proper name associated with the largest dead cap charge in the history of the National Football League. Then the Steelers say, here's the starting gig. And by the way, with a new offensive coordinator who knows how to do it, and Arthur Smith, and a ton of talent around him that Steeler fans have thought have been wasted by Mike Tomlin's previous choices of coordinator. So if Russ shows up like Danger Russ Wilson in Seattle and can channel those first few years in Seattle and utilize this opportunity, fully aware who else might give him another one if it doesn't work out, knowing Justin Fields is sitting right there and he has this opportunity and he makes the most of it and goes through that week 11 through end of the season gauntlet successfully, what a story that would be. What a monster storyline it would be for one of the most passionate fan bases in sports. Or it could be like what you just pointed out. I don't think there's going to be any gray area.
No, I agree.
We constantly talk about Russ like he fell off a cliff, right? And I'm just saying, if you just
his
look
numbers
at this,
are, listen.
Statistically, the man's thrown 107 touchdowns and 38 picks in the last 4 seasons. Am I wrong for thinking that, like,
how many wins?
Let me just say,
wins?
let me just point out again.
Let's see, 12.
You're
6,
not wrong.
4, and 7,
some numbers support it, but the number of times that we saw Russell Wilson over the last 2 years just basically
eye test,
duck and run, or not stand in the pocket and but he throws a beautiful deep ball, one of the best deep